I'm joined today by Doug Dozark from Cycle Brewing. Doug, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Doug, tell us a little bit about what Cycle Brewing does on a normal, everyday, pre-pandemic kind of a day.
Well, pre-pandemic, it's a small tap room with seating. We have a bar. We have outside seating, so you can enjoy the sidewalk and the sights of Central Avenue. And for brewing operations, we brew pretty regularly. We're processing beer. We're busy keeping the taps flowing.
How many beers do you have on tap at one time normally?
We have anywhere from at least 12. I think we actually had about 24 the day we had to close.
Sure. So with all of the things that you do normally with the tap room, a lot of it is centered around the community and in-person consumption. What were
Yep.
some of the creative things you had to undertake as we face the pandemic and some of the safer at home orders and stay at home orders?
Well, the biggest challenge was the uncertainty. So we were
Sure.
trying to stay on pace with the changes. So initially it was okay, we need to keep more distance, have fewer people, limit capacity. Then that I think lasted for about 4 hours. And then it was,
Right.
okay, now you can't be open at all. And then there was some rules regarding essential business and alcohol, and all bars were supposed to close. But did that apply to breweries? We didn't know. The mayor's office couldn't give us an answer. So it was just, for 2 weeks, it was constant calling, checking, adapting. And finally, we got to the point where it was this is what we're doing. We don't feel like we're creating a risk. So we were no longer allowing people in the tap room. You couldn't consume on premise. That ended pretty early. But then to-go sales, limiting hours. So we were open later, and now we've cut back the hours even farther because I guess with everything being closed, downtown after dark is not as pleasant as it used to be.
Okay.
So we've had to continue to adapt, but now we're to the point where if they come and tell us to close, we'll close. But that's the last step, is to do no business.
Sure, sure. So you guys are doing takeout. Are you offering delivery through any of the services, or through your staff?
We have not done delivery yet. We are in the process of getting signed up with Uber Eats, which is something we were probably going to put into place back in January, but with everybody going into that process
Right.
has been very slow. We're signed up, licenses approved. That could happen anytime. But no, we've been just doing pickups. We have our website, which we used to do beer sales with a shipping company, which was a courier service. There's little legal loopholes.
Okay.
That's changed a little bit, but we put the website back up. We started selling beer online, so people can order online and then just come pick up. Shorter interaction time, less standing around. So we try not to have people hanging out on the sidewalk, which they're sort of allowed to do, but it doesn't
Right.
look good, and it's certainly not as safe as it could be. So we're doing everything we can to speed up processes and make it easy for people to get beer and get back home.
Well, speaking of making it easy to get beer, how is the easiest way for people to pick up some of the brews that you guys are putting out at Cycle Brewing?
Ordering online and picking up is pretty darned easy. You can
Okay.
if you're just out and you think of it, we are still able to take orders at the tap room. We have a space that is set up where there's a very wide table between the customer and our staff. So 6 feet is very easy to maintain. Our staff
Right.
is doing everything. Any packages they're handing over, we actually use isopropyl alcohol in the brewery for sanitizing regularly anyway. So we're spraying down package, wiping things down before we hand them off. We're doing, I think, everything we can do, everything that's reasonable to ensure people's safety. I'm sure people are taking it home and washing it themselves anyway, which please, take all the steps you can.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Well, Doug, where can people find out more about you online, website, social media, the news that you guys are putting out about any changes that you might have and things you might find out from the city or the county?
We are posting on Instagram and Facebook. Instagram probably has the largest following, so any updates, any beer releases. Since we didn't have, normally this time of year we would have a lot of barrel-aged beer on draft, so that people could come and try them. Obviously, we can't sell it by the glass in it right now, so we've been hand bottling some of those limited
Oh,
beers,
wow.
and those are we're putting those up on the website on usually on Friday for Saturday pickup. That brings in more people, which has some concerns, but we've kept it limited. They have a whole day to pick up, and we haven't had issues with crowding or anything like that. And the only way to get it is online, so people are staying home ordering this. Nobody's lining up to. We're keeping that very very remote and removed, I guess you could
Okay.
say. But yeah, so the Instagram, Facebook, our website will be updated, but the website is mostly just for ordering. We're not putting up blog posts there or anything. So if you're looking to order, cyclebrewing.com or shop.cyclebrewing.com will take you directly to the store.
Okay.
Beers to go. We have growlers on there. We have the bottles. We have all the other bottles, the normal bottle release bottles that we have, all available, including some limited stuff.
What are some of the limited things that you have for this weekend upcoming that'll be on the website tomorrow?
Yeah, we have. So we did a festival beer. So we have a festival in March for Barrel Age Day. The beers, we just call it Festival Only, or FO. That
Okay.
one we always have draft of. We look forward to sharing the draft with the local community after the event. Now we have it in these little bottles. So there's smaller bottles. That beer will go up this weekend. Some more of one of the days of the week set that is sold out. Wednesday was very popular. That's Vanilla Cocadamia.
Ooh,
We
okay.
have some more of that, found some more kegs of that. That will go up this weekend. And then a couple more of we did a collab with Angry Chair over in Tampa for the Confection Affection event. A couple of those beers. We have very limited quantities of a couple leftovers from that will go up as well.
Awesome. Doug, I really appreciate you taking the time with me and letting St. Pete know that you are open for business.
We are, and I appreciate everybody who's been coming out so far. It's been enough. It's been good.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.